Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 24 chat.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well,
we have an avalanche of laundry over there.
It's episode 20.
This is a crazy week because the house is split right now.
Half of the Chuckleheads are at Big Brochella, living the life of luxury.
Inside, and yeah.
Elegance. Opulence.
Right.
And
glamour.
And outside, it's all Daya Fest.
Outside is freaking... What's the novel where the kids
Lord of the
are
Flies?
gonna eat each other? Yeah. Don't eat Piggy!
Outside, it's disgusting. They're crapping in porta potties. They're showering.
They gotta wear their bathing suits in the shower, so there's no peeping toms.
They're probably dying from, like, heat exhaustion.
It's rough out there. It's rough out there in those streets.
Privacy.
Yeah.
They're sleeping on the floor. It's really,
I'm watching that laundry basket.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like the two sides of the house, the way that they've been acting this week is very much paralleling the different environments.
Right.
Because inside...
The luxury one, it's all, hey, we got this sewn up.
It's a freaking tea party in there. I mean, and I mean like with cucumber sandwiches and tea, not like the Boston Tea Party.
Right. Outside's the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah, so...
It's crazy. It's the Alice in Wonderland Tea Party where everybody's nuts.
Here.
Yeah.
So, inside Brochella, last time Michael nominated Monty and Jasmine, pretty straightforward, except, like,
Jasmine's the target.
Jasmine is the target, but he's telling Jasmine that Monty is the target.
She's like, okay, Butterbean.
She's like, okay, all right.
But outside at Daya Fest, Terry nominated Turn Daddy and Joseph.
And it came as a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
Turner was not expecting that.
Wasn't everybody pretty much expecting, besides Kyle, him and Alyssa to go up?
I was thinking Kyle and Joseph.
Okay.
But Kyle sold out the leftovers to Alyssa and Terrence, and that was how he was able to keep himself off the block and get Turner put up instead of him.
Right.
Next to Joseph. So, yeah.
Terry is hanging out with these kids way too much because he starts lying now.
Yeah, so Terrence's target this week is Joseph, but he's not going to say that to Joseph's face.
Yeah.
So he's telling Joseph that Kyle is the target.
Yeah. Great.
I feel like we need a whiteboard or something to keep track of all this.
But Joseph is living in Big Brother Daya Fest Fantasyland because he thinks that there's some effing way that Alyssa is going to go up on the block and get voted out by the one that she lays with.
So he doesn't realize at this point, and neither does Turner, that Kyle sold out the leftovers. They don't know that. And Joseph is still so loyal to the leftovers that he wants to try anything he can to make sure that he, Kyle, and Turner all make it through this week, and Alyssa is the one to go.
I don't understand how Kyle was able to take Terry aside and spill all this and not be found out because
I mean, you find
the backyard is a freaking postage stamp.
I know, but I guess you find a quiet spot in the backyard and you just, sometimes people are in the DR, they're taking a dump, I don't know, but like, you gotta find the time, right? You gotta find a way.
10 seconds is all you need, baby.
No!
So Turner is confused.
Like, why am I
on the block? He was like, Terry, I thought we were, like, close. And we were, like, working together. Why am I up on the block?
What did you think of Terrence's lame-ass excuse?
Like, that Turner said facts?
I said that I threw the OTEV competition and your response was facts, which makes me think that Joseph told you or something. So he's trying to come up with a reason that sounds sort of reasonable without being like, your boy Kyle told me about your alliance. So he doesn't want to spill that yet. But that reasoning that he used was lame.
Well, when Turn Daddy said, no man, that's not how...
Facts is not facts.
Right. So then Terry said, "Oh, my bad, my mistake."
Yeah. Well, Kyle, while he's maybe feeling a little bit guilty that he's the first one to turn on the leftovers, he's also telling Lissa, look, if I didn't do it, Joseph was going to do it, which is not true.
No.
I don't think Joseph would have turned on the leftovers.
No.
But Kyle is convinced if he didn't do it this week, he would have been the target. Somebody else would have done it.
Well, let's
talk about Brochella.
All right. Well, Jasmine's the target unless she wins the veto. Now it's time to pick players for the veto. Oh, shoot. Everybody's playing.
Yeah, we got 2 veto competitions in this episode.
Okay.
So, yeah, like you
Pizza
said, everybody's
and
playing.
Ice cream.
Okay. Tell us what commercial that's from.
Yeah. All right. So, at Brochella,
they're taking this comp off-site. It's in that, like, loungy club area that they've used quite a bit now.
They use it a lot for Celebrity Big Brother, but they've used it a few times for regular Big Brother, too.
They really like to make it, like, a club or a lounge or a casino.
Guess who zoomed in? Tiffany!
Oh, my God!
From the cookout.
It was great to see Tiffany back again.
Hey, you guys are having a cookout.
Yeah.
Our neighbor used to say that.
Yeah.
All right, so...
It's great to see her back. And the house guests were very excited as well.
Of course. So, this competition...
It's the classic stay or fold competition. I'm so excited to see it back because it used to be a staple. Mm-hmm. And then they just kind of like didn't do it for a few years. So, very excited to see it back.
They give you an example like, this is one picture of a Malamar head. How many are in this picture?
Yeah, so then you make your guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
you listen to everybody else's guesses.
Everyone's going to reveal their guesses. Mm-hmm. And then you decide, am I going to stay or am I going to fold? Because whoever is closest to the correct answer gets a point.
Right.
But if you stay in and you are the furthest, you're eliminated. Right.
You're not a VIP anymore.
Yeah, if you fold, you get to continue in the competition, but you don't get a point. You have no chance at a point if you fold.
So, to spell out VIP.
VIP. Somebody was asking if that was...
get 3 points.
An Anna Delvey thing. Yes. I just finished inventing Anna last night. Finally. So good.
I have VIP.
You gotta watch it.
I know. All right. So...
so you only had to get 3 points in order to win.
It's Tiffany's tent. That's the venue.
Woo!
Taylor was eliminated first. That sucks.
I liked the items that they used. I thought it was a good array of things.
I would have been eliminated first as well. I was given these ridiculous answers that were like...
4? No.
When it was time for the wine, I think I said
the wine.
Like 32.
Yeah, I was looking at you like, are you missing some zeros there?
Yeah.
A nice 32-ounce glass of wine.
32-ounce glass of wine. That's really 1,000.
Oh my God.
I don't know what I was thinking. Wasn't the right answer, though.
It was fun, though.
So Brittany was busting out of the gate with 2 letters in the first 2 questions.
Michael
Crazy.
Was playing very conservatively here. He was even playing some mind games in the first round. Like, I'm going to make my answer so outrageous that in future rounds, people will think that they should stay in against me because my answer is going to be, like, so off.
Right.
That's some next level strategy in this competition.
That is some next level. I mean, he can't win again.
He was also like, you know what? If I don't win this one, not the end of the world. Because, let's be real. If Jasmine were to win this power of veto, they're taking out Monty. And Michael...
hey, that might not be a bad thing.
Not opposed to that.
No.
Michael is not opposed to that.
So Michael got his second letter. Mm-hmm. Well, first he got his first one. Then he got his second one. On the round that he got his first letter, Monty was eliminated. Okay. So... there's no way Jasmine's going to be able to catch up to Brittany.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
Michael
and Brittany both have 2 letters. Jasmine has none. She's like, I guess I should start staying. Cause
yeah, that was her strategy. Pass all the time.
She wanted to keep folding until Monty was eliminated. He got rid of himself, and then she would start playing. But it was too late by that point, because then it was time... she decided to stay, and her answer was way off.
Oh, butter bean.
I gotta say, Michael and Brittany both had, like, a few really accurate answers.
You know who had a really accurate answer? Dad.
He was off by 1!
Yeah. a couple times.
Yeah.
All right, so Brittany wins the veto. Maybe we should have Dad go on.
I think he watched the episode ahead of time and then
acted
like he was watching it for the first time with us.
All right, so Jasmine has the butter beans to ask Brittany.
Did we mention Brittany won the veto?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Didn't we?
I don't know, but Brittany won the veto. So that is her first individual win, but not really her first win overall.
I like Brittany.
Yeah.
So Jasmine asked Brittany to use the veto on her, and she's like...
Jasmine has the nerve to be like, I'm not coming after you. I've never been coming after you. Not targeting Michael. Not targeting Taylor. What? Yeah. Who have you been after this whole time then? If not, like, no.
What I want to know is every time they turned the feeds on, it was like everybody sitting around in the HOH room in Brochella, and like, where was Jasmine?
I think she went to bed early a lot, and like the leftovers were staying up late to talk without her.
Wasn't that a red flag?
I mean, right? Yeah. Definitely would be a red flag.
So everybody's sitting around except Jasmine wondering what's going on outside because...
Well, I just wanted to mention too, Brittany did tell Jasmine, like, I don't really think I'm going to use the veto because the person... that we want out this week is already up on the block. And she's, trying to make it sound like we were taking out Monty. He's already up. Like, why would I use the veto? So Jasmine's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now, like you said, the Brochella leftovers are all chatting.
What they didn't say on the show was that there was a wall yeller.
Yes.
So they were playing music. So... the people in Brochella could hear the music, obviously.
Like, what is going on out there?
Going 24/7. And they were just like, what the hell?
Apparently the wall yeller said that Kyle's a liar. I mean, obviously they weren't going to show that on the show.
Did they catch the wall yeller?
I have no idea.
All right. Do we know who it is?
I don't know.
Was it Kyle's mommy?
I think somebody like claimed it on Twitter and then they like changed their name or something.
Oh, okay.
Kyle's mom.
Get him out of there.
So anyway, yeah, they want to know also like
it's way longer than 10 seconds.
But they were also wondering like what's happening game-wise outside because a non-leftover is the HOH. They don't know that they can trust Kyle and Turner to keep the leftovers together over there because let's face it, Kyle was super sus last week and they're also feeling unsure about Turner because he was advocating to a certain extent for Alyssa to stay. So
if Alyssa comes back, Kyle and Turn Daddy are in big trouble.
Yeah, they're going to be really upset if Joseph goes.
Yes.
But also, Michael and Brittany are playing the middle here. Because Michael and Brittany told Terrence, or at least Michael told Terrence, this is also something they didn't show on the show.
Right.
Before the group split up, that Terrence should target Joseph this week, and Michael was saying that he was going to target Monty.
Right.
So, Michael and Brittany have had many discussions this week about how they wouldn't be upset if Joseph left on the other side, because that would be a huge target gone, and they wouldn't have any blood on their hands over it.
Well, also, too, they're lying to everybody. They're not they're not owning up to wanting to take out Joseph, so it's going to really make it not obvious that they're playing both sides.
They are trying to be in the middle of the leftovers with Kyle and Turner on one side, and then Monty and Taylor on the other.
Okay.
But, yeah, Monty was all like, if Kyle and Turner take out Joseph, that's Big Brother suicide. Like, we're done with them.
But are they? All right, so it's Daya Fest time.
Okay.
Whoa, are the feeds back on yet after like a day and a half of no feeds?
Honestly, when I saw this part, I was like, turn them back off.
Yeah.
Kyle and Alyssa on the hammock, all like, do you still like me? Like, I'm sorry, I couldn't tell you before. And Alyssa's all like, it's okay, whatever, you got me here.
This is her like,
yeah.
It's okay, whatever. You did whatever you had to do.
I can't with these two. They are just...
So, obviously, Kyle blew up his alliance to save him and Alyssa so that they can have 10-second babies.
No! But now Kyle is in a difficult position because if Kyle wins the veto, Joseph is going to be expecting Kyle to use this veto.
Right.
But then Alyssa would be going up. And Kyle does not want Alyssa to go up on the block.
Right.
So he's like, do I throw it? Do I win it? Like, what do I do?
Yeah. So parachutes arrive.
Oh.
And it's all the veto junk.
Mm-hmm.
So they sent in the veto necklace. They sent in a little message. I don't think they sent in those styrofoam containers and everything.
I think they might have already had them.
They probably, like...
I don't know. They sent all the stuff for the comp in, like, garbage bags.
Yeah.
They're like, set this up, scrubs.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not coming into your living space right now.
Right. So they had styrofoam containers. Very bad for the environment.
Yeah.
However, no cheese sandwiches in there. No one slice of cheese and two slices of Wonder Bread. Yeah. So they had to assemble and stack up 50 containers. I guess it was 5 stacks of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And put them on these, like, Super Mario podiums. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, they were all different heights. And you had to use, like, a lunch tray to bring them over.
Right. This was very bad because it was kind of windy.
Those trays are light.
They had a mind of their own.
It does not take much to move them around, so...
I feel like it was a real crapshoot.
Yeah, I mean, there was some skill involved for sure, but, I mean, there was a lot of luck involved as well with however, like, the wind was blowing.
Sure.
If you knocked over or your stack got knocked over, you had to, like, bring it back to the other side. I wasn't sure, though, if you had to bring everything back or just, like, whatever fell.
I think
that wasn't really clear to me.
I think once you locked in a stack and, like, it stayed there, I think it was...
You just bring back whatever fell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
of course, there were lots of spills and thrills in this one.
And Joseph was...
oh, my God, Joseph.
In Fantasyland, thinking that Kyle was going to put up Alyssa, so...
He was actually, like, gonna throw this competition to Kyle, thinking that Kyle would use the veto and get Alyssa up on the block.
What the hell?
Why would you think that that was a possibility after what happened last week?
I thought you were smart. You were a lawyer.
I think he's just maybe a little naive, a little too trusting. But, yeah, that shook me.
Yeah, me too.
To the core.
Shooketh.
Mm-hmm.
So, Terry smoked everybody. Who knew? And won the veto.
Yeah. Good for Terry.
Good for you, Terry.
Big week for him.
Yeah, big week is right. So, Joe is going to ask Terry to put up Alyssa.
I mean, I give him a lot of props for staying hopeful and for trying, but... Yeah, not looking great for that to actually happen.
Did he say, like, no?
Well, I mean, he was talking to Kyle about his plan of all people and being like, you, me, and Turner all need to approach Terrence together to talk about getting Alyssa out of here. We go back in the house as 4 strong. Mm-hmm. So Kyle takes all of Joseph's campaign points and goes to Terry, and he's like, this is what he's going to present to you. This, and that. He's got everything all lined up. So
he's got the whole world in his hands, except he doesn't.
He just continues to throw Joseph under the bus, and he's like, well, if I didn't do it first, Joseph would do it to me. Mm-hmm. He wasn't going to!
No.
Ah!
All right, so Terry tells Joseph, your boy Kyle betrayed your alliance.
Yeah, so this conversation... this conversation was not on feeds. This happened after the feeds were down, after the wall yeller. Mm-hmm. So Joseph is trying to plead his case here, trying to get Alyssa up on the block. And yeah, Terrence drops the bomb. Kyle, why are you protecting him? Like, Kyle wants you to go.
So why...
He told me about the leftovers.
Did Terry take down Turner?
I honestly don't know, because we didn't get to see the lead up into the POV ceremony.
It almost seemed like, on one hand, it was the wall yeller. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's the case now, because he's still fully on board with Kyle.
My other theory is that Kyle was in on it, and Kyle was like, hey, if you put me up, obviously, like, keep me. We'll get rid of Joseph. But then when we go back to... into the house with everybody else, we can play it off like I had nothing to do with this, there was nothing I could do about it, and I can still get information from the leftovers and bring it back to you and Alyssa.
Right.
So that's what I was thinking, but then, like, from the diary rooms that we saw tonight, Kyle didn't see this coming, so I don't know if Terrence was just trying to stir the pot here, because he was definitely trying to get Joseph and Kyle to, like, go at each other. It's just so hard to tell what was actually happening here, because we didn't have the live feeds for that. And you know the show is not always 100% accurate.
Yes. The show spinned it as Terry used the veto on Turner, and he put up Kyle.
I mean, that is what happened.
He was hoping that Joseph and Kyle were going...
spill more secrets.
As they were campaigning against each other.
Yeah.
And just in case you were worried, Brittany did not use the veto. I mean, it's almost like who even cares about what's going on in Brochella, because it's so...
Well, you might care about something that went down tonight.
Oh, you might.
But anyway, yeah, so we've got, on the inside, Jasmine and Monty on the block, and on the outside, Kyle and Joseph on the block. And tomorrow night...
it's a double eviction, baby! And will we be happy with this double eviction? Maybe not 100%.
Partially?
But that's better than not happy at all, which is what we usually are. We're never usually happy with a double eviction at all.
At all?
At all.
Right. So anyway, let us know your thoughts on this episode in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, much love.